What is going to be different the second term? And what can we expect starting on Monday? Joining me right now, the chairman of the House Judiciary Committee and member of the House Oversight Committee, Ohio Congressman Jim Jordan. Great to see you, Congressman.
Thank you, Brian.
So give us a sense, for those not in Washington, D.C., how this feels compared to 2017.
Everyone's behind the president. I mean, every Republican. That wasn't the case 8 years ago. You knew the bureaucracy was against him 8 years ago. You knew the Democrats and the mainstream press, but there were Republicans who weren't for him. Now all Republicans are for him, and you can feel the optimism. I walk through airports now, and you'll see someone walking the other way, and they'll look at, they give you a thumbs up, little twinkle in the eye. You can just sense it everywhere. They're so glad President Trump, his leadership, his projecting strength from the Oval Office is going to be back in the White House. So
only 20 are boycotting Democrats, and this time, last time it was over 100. You have major organizations giving millions of dollars. You're up to $150 million raised. I don't know what you're going to do with $150 million for the inaugural. What are the first three things you expect to happen? You can tell the American people.
Well, I think President Trump's going to do executive orders on day one to build the wall, executive orders to go back to remain in Mexico, executive orders that'll focus on no releasing migrants who come to the border. You will actually detain them. Executive orders on energy production, regulatory reform to get our economy moving. Those things we promised the American people. And then, of course, the other thing he's doing that I think is so powerful, and all his nominees have done so well in their confirmation hearings, is he is now selecting people for these key cabinet positions, all cabinet positions, who reflect the attitude that the American people voted for on November 5th. On November 5th, the American people said, we want agencies serving we the people, not being weaponized against the taxpayer, not being weaponized against the American people. That's exactly the attitude with whether it's Pete Hegseth, Kash Patel, Pam Bondi, Todd Blanche, you name it. Those are good people. So I sense that is a big difference as well, this administration.
So Tom Homan's been out and about.
Yeah, there's another one. Yeah.
Starting on Monday, we're going to do they're going to be picking up illegal immigrants, and they're going to start primarily in Chicago.
Yep.
And those people here overstaying their visas or those people that have committed crimes, they're going to be targeted right away. Are you worried about the optics of that?
Well, the left's going to do what the left's going to do. They're going to come after Mr. Homan. They're going to come after President Trump. They did that back in 2017. Remember the whole kids in cages balloon? It turned out those cages, they weren't really cages, but those detention areas were actually Obama petitions that he'd put up. So they're going to do what they're going to do. But you start with the bad guys who've done crimes, and then you go to the 1.3 million people who've come here seeking asylum. They've been in front of a judge, been in front of a court, and the court has said, you do not qualify under our law, under our asylum law. That's where you start. That's where Tom Homan's going to start. And that makes, I think, total common sense to the American people. And remember, this was issue number one. This was front and center throughout this campaign. And 77 million Americans said, we want a president who's going to follow through and do what he said he would do on that issue.
You know, Mark Zuckerberg was talking a lot about the investigation, and he said, look, if you want to know what my Twitter files exposure was, look at Jim Jordan's report. There it is. Yeah. You saw how we were bullied and we were berated and pummeled by this administration, by the FBI, and that's in there. Well, on the hearings last week, now Senator Adam Schiff thought it was really important to be clear about what you're going to do with Liz Cheney. I want you to take a look at this and tell me if Liz Cheney should be worried. Watch.
Are you aware of any factual basis to investigate Liz Cheney? Yes or no?
Senator, that's a hypothetical, and I'm not going to answer that. I'm also worried about Liz Cheney, Senator.
The president has called for this.
You know what we should be worried about?
Ms. Bondi, please answer my questions.
The crime rate in California right now is through the roof. Senator, what I can tell you is I will never play politics. You're trying to engage me in a gotcha. I won't do it. I won't play politics with any ongoing investigation.
So let me ask you another.
Like you did leaking your colleague Devin Nunes's memo. I'm not going to mislead this body nor you. You were censured by Congress, Senator, for comments just like this that are so reckless.
There are so many relevant issues, but they seem obsessed with Liz Cheney is going to be investigated. Are you investigating Liz Cheney at Judiciary?
No, we're going to do a look back. Here's a great example, 26 confidential human sources. We learned from the Inspector General. We're at the Capitol on January 6, 2021. 17 of them went in restricted space. 4 went in the White House. 2 of those 4 went in the White House were tasked to be there by the FBI. We think we need to know more about that. I thought what was interesting about that clip is it almost was like Adam Schiff was, you know how when you're a kid and you maybe done something wrong, you say to your mom and dad, hey, mom, dad, I got a friend who, like Adam Schiff wanted to ask about himself. But President Trump is not going to retaliate. Pam Bondi, Todd Blanche, the people are going to run our Kash Patel, they're not going to retaliate. They're going to get the facts. They're going to get the truth. And they're going to make sure the American people understand what took place under Merrick Garland, Joe Biden, like Mark Zuckerberg's come clean on. The Biden administration told Mark Zuckerberg, we want you to censor. He sent me a letter, said, they told us to do it. We did it. I'm sorry, we won't do it again. And they've now changed their policy, and God bless them. So we're going to get to the bottom of all that stuff. That's our job. But this is not about retribution or retaliation.
Jack Smith?
We're going to get to the bottom of some of the things there. One of the lawyers in Jack Smith's investigation, Jay Bratt, told the lawyer representing defendant Walt Nata, he said, hey, we didn't know you were a Trump guy. I thought you were interested in that judge position. You can't do that kind of stuff. That went on. We have people who've told us about that. So those are the kind of things we want to make sure we get all the facts for the American people, and we're going to do that.
You've stuck to the president through the thick and thin. In the beginning, you were a believer, and now he's at his zenith, and I know you're going to be right by his side. It's going to be an exciting 4 years.
He's a good man. He's going to be great for this country.
All right, Congressman, thanks so much. Thanks for giving us some quality time. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.